Hello and welcome back to this final episode of Frankfurt Plays Rayman Origins. I've cut a bit of the footage, but here you can see it's the big reveal where it turns out that this little blue guy is actually Mr. Dog from it's not said explicit because this game has no dialogue. But yeah, it's Mr. Dog from the first game. And that was actually kind of surprising. Oh, I'm kind of like, then what about Rayman's origin? So it was Mr. Dog's origin? What the origin of why Mr. Dog is evil or something? I still don't completely get why they decided to call this game Rayman Origins. But this is like a boss rush stage. And all it really is, you fight, you don't even fight all of the bosses in the game. You fight the little Daisy, and you fight the bird. And I've also cut in this footage because I decided, well, you guys did not need to see like 5 missed opportunities against a boss I've already defeated once. I would not be very interesting to look at. That's at least not my understanding. That's why it looks like I'm doing this pretty flawlessly. Trust me, I was not doing this flawlessly at all. But yeah, the final stage, and as far as final stages go for platformers, this was actually pretty damn good. This is pretty damn good level. You get to actually run around like it has been the theme the entire. You actually get to do all the shit you've been doing in the game. You get to do again, so this chase shit with the, you get to fight the bosses. You get to do actual platforming later on, which is pretty damn hard. And then you get to do the mosquito thing, and yeah, it incorporates all the techniques you've had to perfect to get this to this place, and it's a good like send off to the game. I feel that way at least. It did give me a bit of a Mega Man vibe to just do a boss rush at the end, but it's because I'm a big Mega Man fanboy. And of course I'll see Mega Man stuff wherever, so but yeah, I mean, again, I'm sorry there's no sound on the actual level, but again, I did not lose any footage. The sound I had recorded was just in exceptionally poor quality. You probably heard how bad it was. Yeah, you've heard it in one of the, I decided to put up one episode with the bad sound, and then afterwards I decided, you know what, I'll just re-record the sound because this sounds way too horrible to actually keep around. So I'm sorry for that one episode that actually had the original sound for this session. I don't know how the sound got so bad. I'm actually kind of like bewildered as to how that happened. I'm guessing it would have to do with me messing around with the sound things and not remembering to do a proper like test afterwards, or it could be the recording software fucking up. In either case, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, now we do. Now we apparently do the can. I know we go up. And here we go. So yeah, the little blue thing with the giant nose is the villain, and we don't really get any explanation as for why he's evil. And we never really like connect the dots between him and the Livid Dead, who was the original villains of the game. That kind of just went nowhere. If you remember, the game started out with us waking up an old lady and her psyching all the evil on us. Um, and then we actually catch up to this guy, and he just kind of dances, makes everybody dance. I don't really. I'm thinking that if you played as one of the other characters, then the dance would be different. And maybe it's meant to have like all 4 playable characters, so it will be like this big dance number. At first I was like, what the frick is going on? I actually thought like this was gonna be the end of the level, just everybody dancing and then the end. Thankfully that's that's not the case. He does get his comeuppance. But yeah, this infuriated me, like this. And this was because my controller was kind of unresponsive at the moment of recording, so it just made what should have been a fairly simple, still challenging, but fairly simple thing even harder. And it of course resulted in me almost breaking my joypad in anger. Because I was like, oh fuck, what the fuck is going on? Oh. You know, you've heard me whine before if you follow this channel. You know exactly what kind of bullshit I was firing off there. But yeah, this is like one of the tricky treasure levels, and I actually kind of like that they went that route. Again, I really like that they tried to incorporate all the styles of gameplay from the entire game into the final level. So you're not really missing anything. You're not really missing, like, if you wanted the final thing to be a chase, here's your chase. If you want the final thing to be a boss battle, you got your boss battle twice over. And if you wanted it to be like a mosquito level, then yes, there will be a mosquito part later on. Which is pretty damn awesome. I love the mosquito levels. So I was actually hoping it would be a mosquito thing. And I just failed. I just failed so badly. Yeah, I would have removed a lot of the tries from this as well, but then I realized that the episode would have been like 10 minutes long. And I was like, it's probably not what people wanted out of this. So yeah, that's why you're getting 18 minutes. That's as long as I could bear to look at myself losing it and screaming at the top of my lungs into a broken microphone and shit. I'm actually kind of worried about this microphone because I bought it for quite a big amount of money, and now it started to give up on me. And I only bought it like 3 months ago, and that is not positive in the least. I really hope it's not me that's been screaming too hard into the microphone or something like that, because that would be bad. That would be really bad. I will not be able to afford a new microphone of this caliber. At least not like immediately. So here's the mosquito part, and it's exactly what a mosquito part is. You're just flying, you're dodging obstacles, you're doing the shit. You're doing the exact same shit, and I fucking love it, because I just love this mode of gaming. I've never been a big shooter guy, or whatever you call it, like the genre that this is emulating, but for whatever reason I just really liked these mosquito levels. It is weird. It is really weird, because if you gave me like X-Wing or whatever to sit down and play, then I would not like enjoy them as much. Maybe it's the art style. I really like the art style of this game, and I really like that it's not like you're in space doing space stuff and all the story is told through cutscenes. Welcome to Space Wing 4000. And what I just gave you was the description of almost every game in the 80s and 90s, where that genre was really big and very popular, along with pinball games. Apparently, pinball games just kind of came and went. I don't think pinball games ever came back, did they? Yeah, we're just flying around. And then we're just doing this and this and this and this. It's hard to come up with original commentary for this because, normally I'll be recording this as I play it, and going like, oh, I gotta go to that thing and I got to go to that thing, and now I'm just sitting here trying to recollect my thoughts from when I actually played the game, and that is kind of hard. Because it's been like 2 weeks now. No, not 2 weeks. It feels like 2 weeks, but it's been at least a couple of days since I originally recorded this, and yeah. I'm just spamming the gun now, it seems. Hoping to maybe continue on. And then those damn red rockets come, and this confused me at first. I didn't actually get what you were supposed to do with this final flying boss, or whatever you want to call it. But you're actually just supposed to just shoot at it. Just maybe use the bombs sometimes. There's not really any technique to it. Just find out what spots actually hurt it, and then just keep shooting, and then hopefully you will actually break something. That's really all there is to it. It's like if you ever, it's actually very old school. A lot of old enemies from this type of game also had like, you gotta shoot the cannons off and then you can shoot the cockpit. And it's kind of, so you gotta chip away at the thing until it breaks. See, I just took off the wing. It apparently can still fly just fine without its wing. It's kind of weird like that. You'd think it would at least slow down or have trouble steering or anything, but no, it's just kind of flying just like it flew before. I don't know, I kind of would have liked some kind of response on that part as well. Oh well. These red I don't like to use the word bullet hell. I know I've done that a couple of times in this series, but this does kind of feel like where is actually space for you to be on the screen? It's like one impulse paradigm of space where you can actually be as Rayman. And the mosquito. I don't know, does that mosquito have a name? It probably has, it just never said out loud. It's a problem with games not having voice acting. You don't really understand what the fuck is going on. But it probably has like a script which explains everything that you will never get to see ever, because that would take you out of the experience. Everything here probably has a name, you just never get to learn it because no voice acting. Again, no voice acting, no little descriptions, no little... Maybe there's a character gallery somewhere in the game. I haven't really explored the menus, but they did seem very like... There's an options menu, there's a start game menu, there's a load game menu, as far as I remember. It's not really... Maybe there's like a bonus version of the game you can, or Game of the Year edition or something you could download where it has all this information in it. Because sometimes I feel like they just kind of leave out stuff that I would very much like to know. Like, in Super Mario Brothers, why do you know that thing is called the Shy Guy? You know it's called the Shy Guy either because you had the gaming manual, or because some guy told you it's called a Shy Guy. It's never mentioned in any Mario game. Oh, this is a Shy Guy, this is a Koopa, this is a Goomba, this is a thing and a thing. At least not in the platformers. It's talked about very explicitly in extensively, I guess is what I'm looking for. In the RPGs, and I don't know. It's a weird complaint. But I just would like to know more about what the frick is going on. And here's the ending for the game. It's not really that interesting. They fly into the giant core of their spaceship or whatever the fuck it is, and then it just kind of blows up. Yeah, there it goes. Yay! And then we fall to our deaths. This is tragic. And then they just go right back to what they were doing at the beginning of the game. They just go back to sleep. They just go back. It's like nothing actually went on. And that was the game. That was the entire game. The credits will be showing up in a minute. I honestly thought, at first I thought, well, they gotta be shitting me. There's like a thing after the credits. There's nothing after the credits. It's the ending of the game right there. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this series on Rayman Origins, this blind Let's Play of Rayman Origins. I'm sorry about what happened here at the last part with me having to re-voice everything. I can't imagine it's been as interesting as if I used the original footage. I like the art style of the game. I like the sound of the game. Last minute review of the game is, if you like platformers, you like old school platformers, then definitely go pick up the new Rayman games, and this one including, because it is very 90s, and it is a very good time, and you can play 4-player co-op. So I can imagine playing with friends can be just as fun as playing with friends in any other game. Yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, if you like platformers, Rayman Origins is definitely it for you. It's a good alternative to Sonic and Mario. So you get to look at something else, and it's very to me at least, it felt very different. I'm not really big into the Rayman universe or whatever. I've not played the 3D titles, so there was a lot of stuff that I'd never seen before, and I really like that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please check out the rest of my channel, and I'll see you in another series. Bye!